the S&P 500 daily cloud chart showing the Bollinger Bands, the 21 EMA in dashed blue, and the 20 simple moving average in solid blue. And looking back to the 13th, you can see price closed under the Ichimoku conversion line a little bit. And before that, it pretty much nailed the Bollinger Band mid-band intraday, along with the 20 simple moving average and 20 EMA. And then today there was a pretty good bounce up and price closed above the conversion line. And there was a sizable gap zone created, the low of the 12th and the high of the 13th. And the low of the 12th is the top of the gap zone at 5016.83. So that will be an area of interest when it approaches that and possibly surpasses it. And price in the aftermarket hours on the 14th at 5:24 p.m. Central Time is 5003, so 5003. And all three of the bands are quite close together. There's the upper Stark band, 5086, the Channel 3 high, 5076, and the Bollinger Band upper band, 5071. So get past that 5016.83 gap zone, start moving up. There's room to move about up to 5070 or so. And the arc levels from the downside were all negated and used up. So I have the arc levels at the top drawing down. So the first one, the 3.82 level for arc, is at 5038.37. So that's before the three bands that we just looked at around the 5070 area. And this propulsion momentum up for 50% only is in no danger of becoming qualified, as it closed right below it for the S&P 500. And the Momo level up is just 11 points or so above the close, so that missed. The 50% exhaustion up is at 5103.45, and the existing 100% propulsion exhaustion up is at 5094. And this could become qualified, this 50% and 100% momentum down for propulsion, with a close below this level end of day tomorrow on the 15th. And that would make the trend factor disqualified down one, qualified also. And there certainly has been a lot of megaphone cell 7 end count 7s printed. So this one's August of last year, then another one here, and now a new one printed. And while we're here, the QQE crossed under the slow, so the fast is below the slow, still above 50. And the DMI plus is making a move back up, and the DMI minus is making a move back down, and the ADX is well above 20, so we've been above 20 for quite a long time, since back here September 19th, 23. And the ATM fast trigger is headed down. It went below its overbought line here, and the ATM slow trigger is leaning that way. So let's see if the fast can make its dip under the oversold and then back up and keep the ATM slow trigger above the overbought line. And the S&P 500 weekly chart showing every sell risk level that the mark has, along with some 13s, aggressive and plain, combo, and sequential, shows the sequential combo sell countdown 12 has not printed yet. So there would need to be a close higher than this close, and then it will print. It's got to stay above it though for the end of the week of this week, and that will be the 16th, Friday. And the recycle sell setup count 16 printed. So there would need to be a close lower than this close for end of day this week to lose that. Then for next week, it would need to stay above this close, and that will print and keep the recycle setup count 17. And then if that happens, then it's the next week after that. It must stay above this close, 49.58.61. And then we get the 18, and all of these will recycle. Pretty much all of them will have an R, so it's getting pretty close.